Hey everybody, welcome back to another iRacing video. If this is your first chance at watching a video on my channel, you haven't subscribed yet, head down, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell if you haven't done so already. That way you don't miss any future content that I put out here. As you can see, for those of you who saw my last video, it was the flight of the McLaren. I said in that video that the next one would probably be Formula Renault. Now this doesn't look like Formula Renault now, does it? For those who don't know what Formula Renault is, it's very similar to that last race. Just a little bit of a different Formula series, a little bit different car specs and regulations and all that good stuff. But today you can see we are on an oval with stock cars. So a little bit different from what I said would be the next video, but very good race, very exciting race. Lots of overtaking. I start from the back of the grid here. I believe I was in P15 or 16. Rolling starts, so not a standing start like you saw in the last video. Basically 2 laps until green goes and then you go. I tried to start from the very back, try to have as safe a race as possible. I know I talked in the last couple of videos about that safety rating. I'm still technically in the rookie series, or in the rookie class in oval, because I have not had many of those races and really tried to race them. Now that I've been doing them, I've had a few of them. Most of the finishes have been good. I've had a couple of P8 finishes and a P10 finish, one in P14. I decided to put this one up because it was a fairly good race. I only picked up 3 incident points, as well as I had a very good finish. I'll give you a hint to start the video. I finished on the podium. I'm not going to say which place until the end of the video. And if you guys decide to check out my Instagram, or you saw my Instagram post before this video goes up, you will see how I finished in this race. So check that out too. If you haven't already followed me on Instagram, check out the channel over there and the page over there, and follow me over there, and you'll get to see notifications for when I'm going to put out a new video and when a new video is going to go up. As you can see, as we've started the race here, very short track, so each lap only lasts about 14 or 15 seconds. This is going to be a shorter video that you guys are going to see here, only 15-second laps, which was a big change for me. As you can see, huge wreck, 4 cars go right off. That moves me up another 4 places. At this point, I'm just happy that I got through that without getting caught, because I've had a lot of races in the past with this, at least in the past few days, where I've been taken out of the race, I've been doing very well, and then some rookie noob who hasn't really raced at all decided to jump right into these races, decides to jump in and just lose it and try to be the hero of the race and lose it here. Like the guy ahead of me here, we both managed to get through that little pile up real quick and real easy, but the guy ahead of me actually ends up getting disqualified from the race. There were 5 drivers who got disqualified from this race for reckless driving and picking up a bunch of incident points when they didn't need to. So I'm just trying at this point to move up the field as smoothly as possible, but as safely as possible. If there's a back marker behind me, I let him through. I will let him get ahead of me. I don't need to stay ahead of him if it means that I can avoid getting crashed out. This guy decides to move right to the bottom of the track where I was trying to move up and completely block me off, and he's driving slow. He manages to take, there was a big wreck right in that corner there going into turn 1, and it takes a bunch of them out of the race. Some of them got disqualified that early. As you can see, coming into I believe that's turn 4. Basically, what's happening at this point, all the back markers are going into the pits because they've been wrecked out at first, so they want to get their car fixed and then get back on the track as quick as possible. Don't blame them. That's what I did in the last race after I got wrecked out at the very first corner. But then that starts making things a little more difficult for drivers such as myself who are moving up in the pack. I think I'm around P6 at this point, 6th place. And it's getting harder because you'll get to see a bunch of packs. As you can see, like behind us there, 2 touched, but there was a bunch of cars behind him. So when you get into things, if you guys have seen NASCAR before, you'll see that kind of pack racing where you get to see like 4 or 5 or 6 cars maybe all in a super tight formation or really close together. Where as you can see here, it gets a little dicey. You get cars that are weaving in and out trying to pass each other. Those guys ahead of me, like exactly what I just explained what could happen right there. He manages to crash out. That's another spot up for me. But I also get bumped from behind here, and I almost lose it there, which is why I was kind of hesitant in getting into the oval tracks and into things like stock car and NASCAR. This is stock car here, as you can see in the very iconic me car from the Talladega Nights Ballad of Ricky Bobby movie. If you guys have seen that, comment down below and tell me your favorite part about that movie, because instant classic, Will Ferrell classic, amazing movie. But as I was saying about pack racing, it gets dangerous, and especially on such a small circuit, very big recipe for disaster if you get caught up in that. So for anyone that is thinking about getting into oval or is already in oval and is having a little bit of trouble, they're struggling, trying to get at a rookie or even just to have a clean or a better race, try to avoid the packs. If it means you have to hang back and not move up the field as quickly as you want, take that. Be patient. Patience is a virtue in this race, in this kind of racing, that will save you 9 times out of 10. I've learned that in the past 3 or 4 days since starting this, and let me tell you, I will keep it in mind for whenever I'm oval racing. Right now, I believe I'm up in P4 or P3 at this point. Really having a bit of a battle with car 15 here. This is towards the end of the race, I started to get a little more pushy. Wanted to start racing a little bit more. I was hanging back a lot at the beginning and just letting everyone else kind of take themselves out or let me move up the field once they made a mistake. At this point, I wanted to push. I wanted to get up the field myself. Like I said in the last video, I like to try to make my own progress in the field. I don't want everyone else to be just crashing out and basically making it easy for me. That helps, it's nice, but at the same time I want to be able to kind of prove my worth a little bit and show that I'm a good racer. I can make passes, I can overtake, I can defend, and all that good stuff. So as you can see, pack racing, this is when things are going to get close. There's 40 laps in this race here because it's such a short circuit. It's gets very tight very quick. Like I said earlier, you can see that guy behind me. I'm surprised he hasn't been disqualified yet, but he will. I believe he gets disqualified actually right there. Yeah, he blips out. You can see the car completely disappears. He gets sent to the shadow realm and he's done. His race is over. My spotter basically told me, yeah, this guy has been disqualified. Big spin from that guy there. I was surprised that the Valvoline car there didn't just take a dive down into me. But I was very glad that we had a very clean race for the most part. Most of the race leaders, anyone basically P8 and up, we were staying pretty clean. Clean overtakes, not really bumping and rubbing a whole lot. If any of you guys have seen the movie Days of Thunder, Tom Cruise movie, in that movie there's a line that says rubbing is racing. It is, in this sense, not in formula cars or open wheeled or anything like that, but you can kind of bump a little bit here and it's not going to be the end of the race. But at the same time, try to keep it clean. Don't do it all the time. I run super wide here, kind of lose some spots, but a lot of them were back markers. I moved aside and let a lot of them through. Like I said earlier, I don't want to be wrecking myself out of a race when I'm doing this well, especially. At this point, I'm in second place. I don't want to lose or, gain any more time than I need or lose any positions or anything like that. I wanted to finish this race in second place. This is my best finish in a race so far, period. I've had a couple of third place finishes in the road series where it's with the Mazdas and the Formula Vs and all of them. But this has been my best one so far in terms of oval. So the race is going to start winding down here. Like I said, P2 finish. Super happy with this race. I was super pleased by the end of the race. I actually thanked everyone for having a clean race at the end. But I'm going to start to draw this to a close. Oval is fun. I never thought I would get into it, but it is fairly fun. But practice first so you can get used to the cornering. It's a lot different than regular racing circuits. Number 6 car behind me, I believe he was a back marker, but they kind of get caught up and do their own thing. He goes wide. I kind of get close to this guy. We bump a little bit. I go spinning out. We make contact again. He spins out. He blocks a bunch of other cars. So I was kind of lucky I didn't pick up a bunch of incident points, but didn't really affect my race too much. I didn't lose any places because everyone behind me was a back marker. But like I said, drawing to a close here. The Snoop Dogg car goes flying by me there. And this is checkered flag, I believe, this lap or the next lap. But, like I said, super good race. Enjoyed it. I love oval racing now, so I think I'm going to keep pushing with it. I'm going to do a balance of that in road, but you'll see both. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. Please, like I said, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Check out my Instagram for all of the behind the scenes, not necessarily behind the scenes I guess, but notifications for future uploads. And as always, stay classy guys, and we will see you in the next video. Have a great day guys. Bye bye.